So guys, Orji Uzor Kalu has come out to tell Nigerians that any coalition against Tinubu is not going to work come 2027. So anybody who is planning coalition against him, that is not going to work. He went as far as telling us the people who are his friends. He told us that P2B is his friend, Rufai is his friend. He also said that Alex Suti is his friend, as well as Tinubu. Now, the ones that shocked many Nigerians is that they were asking, is this man not an Igbo man? Why is he even saying that Tinubu is going to win come 2027? He went as well as saying that any coalition against Tinubu come 2027 is not going to work, meaning that he's trying to tell us that Tinubu will still win the election come 2027. Many people have started saying that this man is a betrayal for the Igbos, that this man has betrayed the Igbos enough. He's not even talking about P2B being the president. He's saying that Tinubu is still going to be the president. Now, the worst thing that even shocked many Nigerians was that he came out and said that APC is the largest party in Nigeria. So because APC is the largest party in Nigeria, they have the right to win the presidential seat come 2027. And many Nigerians were reacting to what he said. Now, have you guys forgotten that P2B still came out in Arise TV talking about what he did in Anambra State, but the Anambra people never acknowledged him. And also, he went as far as also saying that he has the capability of being the president of Nigeria, that we should give him privilege to be our president, that is going to rule well. You guys just listen to what Orji Uzor Kalu have to say concerning Tinubu come 2027 as well as P2B. Guys, take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
How are you guys? Sorry. Welcome, Your Excellency. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
President General, you better work for you. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nigeria,
Nigeria, so let us leave 2027. If it pleases God that 2027 I'll be here, 10,000 opponents, 1 million opponents cannot stop me.
That's correct. That's correct.
And I do that from my background. And if God said, I gave you only 4 years, 10 billion supporters cannot go in there. Yes. I mean, in fact, my father was a pastor. So I know that. So well, you won't be there in 2027 when they hear that you. If I don't want to waste my time responding to you. So I don't respond. Good. To all those things. Who are you? Who tells you you'll be there? So let us today have believed, and I should base use today positive. And when tomorrow comes and we are there, we can discuss it. If you are not discussing 2027, and if you are close to me, you will know that I have refused.
Heroes my future, my life is lost, I live in joy because He lives. Thank you, Father, for being here. And
Atiku Abubakar is a personal friend of mine. Amechi is a personal friend of mine. P2B is my friend and brother.
And your in-law?
And my in-law. My wife is from Anambra State, so you want to take away the woman. It's not possible. El-Rufai is my personal friend and my brother. So their coalition is what I don't understand. What I understand is that APC is on course, and I have many triggers to pull out for APC, but not for coalition. But this is my brother. Brother is brother. And brother is doing well. I did my village to here 1 hour. It was only when I was governor people used to go to that road on that level. When I left as governor, honestly, for 16 years, there was no investment in Abia North. That is the truth. But they are putting investment, and I'm very pleased. He's supporting Tinubu. He has no problem with me. I don't want to talk about coalition. There are many people in the coalition. I talk about OT supporting Tinubu and Tinubu supporting OT. That is my deal. I'm not into coalition.
Okay, recently.
APC is the largest party in Africa, and Africa will go with it.
Rufai, I criticize every single act that is wrong. Whether it's in, go and follow it, whether it's in the east, west, south.
They say you're not hard enough on IPOP. That's what they say.
I'm hard on everybody. And remember what I said during the campaign until today. Any agitator I will discuss with. There's nothing wrong in agitation. Whether it's Yoruba movement, whether it's Northern movement, any movement, I'll sit down and discuss with. It is important because you dialogue people. Even in my house, people agitate. Why don't you dialogue with them? I have children who say, "Oh, I don't want to do this, daddy." And I say, "Okay, let's give me your time. Let's talk." Why are we fearing talking with people? Let's sit down and talk. And then we have exhausted the reason. And if you don't, and that's it. So it's a question of, like I told you, we've been radical in our approach. And we thought that bad behavior and rascality makes you powerful. No, it actually kills the system. Good behavior has become weakness. Good character become weakness. Humility has become, everything that is good in Nigeria is classified as wrong. If I go into a place whipping people, shouting and beating people, I'm a strong person.
So the current vice president once said about another candidate was going that, he's too nice, that he's not nice people that are needed in leadership. And that's the same thing a lot of people are also saying.
It's unfortunate.
About
not
you. And I also want to know your take on this state of emergency thing, Governor Fubara, and the fact that a lot of people are saying there's been state capture, democracy is waning, and the likes, and the courts and other some issues.
Let me tell you, Rufai, as far as I'm concerned, I maintain it. There's no democracy today in Nigeria.
So what are we practicing? So why are you running the 2027 elections if there's no democracy?
We will continue to be agitating for true democracy. Rufai, being an election in Edo, does this show any sign of being a democratic country? Capital, no. Rufai, the coffin was nailed by what happened in River State. You cannot, on any circumstances, solve a problem in a democratic setting by going against the rules. You can't even solve any problem by going against the rules. There's a process.
President Tinubu went against the rules in River State.
Of course, there's a process of there's a process. What did you do? You actually say it's undemocratic. When you go and bring somebody that is not elected, that doesn't follow, there was a process.
But a lot of people too will remind you didn't hold local government election when you were in Anambra State. It's easy to point at Tinubu now, but what about you?
I'm not pointing at them. I'm just telling you, I can tell you, go and check the court process in Anambra State. I was in court for years against conducting an election because people thought if I conduct it, I would do what everybody's doing. So it took me almost 7 years before we could conduct. I governed one of virtually the most difficult states at the time he had crisis. If there's nothing I did in Anambra State that people are proud of today, I brought stability and order in Anambra State. Before me, nobody who was governor in Anambra State had what you can call a peaceful reign. It was quarrel for 4 years. Ngige was quarrel until he left after 3 years. It was under me that things started change because of the same way I've managed things. Started changing, and I started becoming something. I even changed it from being home for all to light of the nation. I started doing things in an organized manner. I was the first person in old and new Anambra State to be governor twice. So I started organizing things properly. So it is easy to sit there and say, oh, he did this. But the reality of it is, Rufai, come, let's visit the state. I live there. That's where I live. And when I'm there, I'm at home. It's the only place I am. There's nobody who will tell you today, this bit of visa house in Abuja, this bit of visa house in Lagos, this bit of visa house. I live in Anambra State. In Lagos, I live in a rented apartment. In Abuja, most times I stay in the hotel. So, but I have a home in Onitsha, where I go back and I'm always there. So you can come, walk the street, no security, and I invite you.
Okay, Mr. Butabi, once there's certain, we'll still keep bringing most of these criticisms and asking you questions about the state of the nation.
Oh, no, they're going to be...
So, my people, lots of Nigerians have started coming out to complain about what Orji Uzor Kalu said concerning Tinubu. The fact that he said that Tinubu is going to rule in 2027, that he's supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and many Nigerians are saying that this man is just acting like a fool. Why is that this man is not even talking with sense? Even Alex Oates himself that was with him there knows that what he just said was a lie. He went as far as saying that APC is the biggest party, so because of that, Africa must go with APC. Is he trying to tell us that because APC is the biggest party, anything that APC wants to do in Nigeria, they are able to do it? Is that what he's trying to say? Many Nigerians are still reacting to what he really said because of the fact he said that there's no coalition against Tinubu that is going to work or go anywhere. So what he's trying to say is that nobody can defeat Tinubu come 2027, which many Nigerians have found a hateful word in that particular speech he said. Now, you guys also know about P2B. P2B has started coming out to tell us how capable he is of being the president of Nigeria. He went on further telling us that he was Anambra State governor. He said that he has been Anambra State governor for the first time and also the second time. So he has the capability of leading Nigeria so well. Though many people have started saying that if P2B becomes president of Nigeria, that he's going to declare Biafra. But now they don't understand that the only thing that is disturbing Nigeria is ethnic bias. We have given the power to the Northerners for a very long time now, and I think it's time for the Igbos to also have their own position as being the president of Nigeria. If we don't bring unity between ourselves, you find that Nigeria is not going to go anywhere. So we need revolution. And also, we need to stop ethnic bias, stop sidelining a particular tribe. So guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, thanks for watching.